Regardless. Good. All right, YouTube's coming online. Facebook's coming online. And Rumble and Twitch been online. All right, cool. There's a few things I want to talk about tonight. Let me see if I got my little topic list ready. First and foremost, we're probably gonna. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the Salute to my man Joe. I talked to Joe today on the phone elaborately. We talked about many things from Drake to business and other things. You know, that's my guy. But Joe did clap back at Drake via his podcast. We're gonna kind of recap that a little bit. If you don't know, Drake slammed him, right? I talked to Yachty. That's another good thing. I talked to Yachty. By the way, I'm going to be on Lil Yachty's podcast in about a couple of weeks. It's really all about my timing and going to Atlanta. I got to go to Atlanta because he shoots in Atlanta. But I'm going to be on Yachty's podcast. And based on the conversation I had with Yachty, Yachty wants to have a hip-hop conversation with me, right? And, you know, he watched the stream and whatever. And, you know, he wants to add to that conversation. He wants to do it on his platform. I'm fine with that. You know, he's always came to mind. Gillie and Birdman. Gillie and Birdman was going back and forth. I thought that was kind of, ridiculous, but I understand it, man. Like, Gillie been winning, but obviously not everybody's too fond of like his new resurgence. And also, I won't even say people are not too fond of it. Sometimes people just like getting the story straight. Okay, by the way, the O-Block trial started. YNW Melly, his trial is going on. The girlfriend of Bortland reached out to me. And if you don't know, Bortland's the co-defendant, the one who drove the bodies to the hospital. He reached out to me, and yeah, or she reached out to me because he got locked up, and I'll give you an update on that. Also, DJ Envy, love you, brother, but yo, it's kind of looking really spooky. And by the way, this is pretty much all topics having to do with a bunch of niggas. So if any going in, I'm gonna go in. Pause and extra pause on that. You know, I'm keeping it male centric tonight. But I do have one topic, and how much you want to bet this is the only topic that's going to go super viral? Because they love having this whole thing that Ack only likes talking about women. I'm going to talk about hella niggas. Nobody's going to care. Or at least, well, y'all care, but the rest of the people won't care. As soon as I get to this one topic about a female, and by the way, it's about an individual named Yasmin Lopez. If you don't know who that is, I will get you up to speed later on. Okay. Welcome. Let me bring up YouTube. Chat, y'all gonna have to power me through tonight, man. I'm super tired, but now that I'm on stream, I got through my intro. I'm still sipping. You know, I got a little Don Julio up in this bitch, and I still got the Henny on the side. I can't let him go. But now that I see y'all in the chat, it's like it's giving me new life. And that's gonna power me through. Okay, so first and foremost, I'll give you another update that's going on. So chat, Akademiks is now Minister Louis Farrakhan. Okay? And by the way, thank you for the $5. Who sent this already? Vitamin, he says, I hate Jada. Oh, we should be talking about Jada. Okay. I'll add Jada to my list. Like, I hate really talking about them. Oh, never mind. It's two women I'm definitely going in on. Pause. Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay. Chat. So, I covered the other day. And chat, I am mid-negotiation. So I don't know if I should even show this, but I do want to show this to let y'all know what's going on. And I know sometimes y'all think, Ack doesn't have the best of intentions. I always do, okay? I am in the middle of negotiating the return safely of the chains and jewelry that was stolen and robbed from the guys on Annoying TV stream. Okay, I'm talking to, I won't name who I'm talking to, but we're almost certain that we're about to get the possession of those jewelry back intact. If you don't know what happened, Annoying went to Canada because Drake was having his big ass concert with a couple of influencers. You know, everybody got the little iced out chains, this and third. And while in Canada, they were on a live stream. These days, IRL live stream is the thing. He's on live stream, and this happens to happen, okay?
Like, you know,
now, again, remember, just to be very clear, you can see somebody pokes their head in with like a gun, and tries to rob him. Eventually, somebody does, they get robbed for like a $25,000 Cartier watch, a chain, and also a pendant, and maybe a bracelet or something of the sort. However, having some conversations with some real official dudes out of Toronto who they love me for how I've represented the scene. They said, listen, we fuck with you. Really, we don't want these kids shit. We'll give it back, but we only doing it through you. So, again, I'm trying to play middleman here, but hopefully that happens. But I am trying to get the jewelry back. By the way, I've talked to Cap. I don't think he wants it back. Or not that he doesn't want it back. He won't pay for it back. But, hey, it is what it is. The streets going to be the streets, and, I could only assist people as I can, right? Somebody said, yo, you on some Jay Prince shit. Toronto fuck with me. I'm going to be honest with you. I always tell everybody this. When I went to Toronto, I've never felt more love from any city in the U.S. When I went to Toronto, it was such an outpour of love. It was a beautiful city. Like, I love Toronto. And, that's why I always speak highly of it, And fortunately, a lot of people there, because I support them and I've also support their culture, they like me too. And, again, I'm not saying this for these situations, but if I could try to help situations get better, of course I will. All right. By the way, Telvin Brady, thank you for the 5. He says, the Drake song 7969, Santa is based on his love life with Sexy Red. Bro, come on, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Sexy Red don't even look like Drake's her type. She like niggas with ankle monitors, bro. Niggas with ankle monitors, cold sores, schmegma, stuff of that sort. That's like Sexy Red's type. You feel me? Like, salute to Sexy Red. I love Sexy Red. But when you tell me that, her and Drake, and I'm like, come on. We clearly know Sexy Red's type is cavities, schmegma, HPV, ankle monitor, and food stamps. That's like the 5 things if you're trying to attract Sexy Red. And by the way, I'm not saying this prejudicially. I'm saying this based on her music. You know what I mean? She's the queen of raw dog sex. She loves a little STD. According to her, ain't nothing wrong with a little chlamydia when you fucking. You know what I mean? It's just a little extra whiteness when you. Hey, that's according to her. You know what I mean? I'm not shaming nobody out here. I'm just doing my thing. I'm gonna let her be her. But if you think Drake is her type, I don't think Drake's her type. You feel me? She likes a nigga like. Let me see. What type of nigga would be like good for like a Sexy Red? Gotta be like a crackhead type of nigga. You feel me? Like, let's see. Like a nigga with froth at the mouth. You know some of these rappers that have that permanent white froth right here? You're like, yo, what is that? Like, what is that shit? Yo, Famous Dex had that shit, and I thought that shit was COVID-29. That shit looking ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway. I'm just going through some. You guys are going crazy with like the donations. I appreciate you, by the way. Love you guys to the utmost. Fairplay 2333. He says, "Salute, bro. You helped me go viral. I helped you go viral with the Chicago do's and don'ts. You posted my video. I went from 4K to 17K, and I've been growing since then. I'm at 65K now. Oh wow." Fair play. Hey, by the way, fair play. I want to salute you because, sometimes I show love to random videos, and obviously I'm hoping those creators get the benefit, especially if I tag him or give him the platform. A lot of people run off with the sauce and the plug. Nobody comes back to say, Akademiks, thank you. You helped me out. So I want to appreciate you. I know you're giving me appreciation, but I want to appreciate you because, trust me, I've shouted out a lot of niggas. I've tried to help a lot of niggas. And when it do work, they usually don't come back. Okay? That's the reality of it, right? Okay, cool. Bozo, he says, the guy name is Bozo, by the way. Thank you for the 5 pounds. He says, are you covering the Israel versus Palestine issue? And also, did you see Charleston White reaction to it? So I did see Charleston White reaction, even though it was super redacted by himself. But I'll tell you this. I don't really have comments on it at this moment. Just truthfully, like, I was going to come on here and my whole disposition with this whole, like, Israel-Palestine shit was, I'm on my motherfucking business. Whatever they got going over there ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm on my motherfucking business. But I do understand this is an issue that's affecting not only the people within these regions, but it's really affecting people in the world at large. I am not that well educated enough to really speak on it, and I won't speak ignorantly on something that I know that people are really passionate about. As I'm seeing people getting canceled, or I'm seeing people, getting ostracized. I want to make sure if I'm speaking, no matter what I'm saying, I'm speaking out of a place of 100% feeling like I'm confident that I know what the fuck is going on, right? I know loosely what's going on, but not enough to, like, kind of really give a hard opinion. So give me some time. I was watching some documentaries on it today. I ain't even gonna lie. So just give me a little bit more time, right? And by the way, here's the thing. I seen Vlad and a couple other people call out some people from the culture that they should be commenting. Again, I don't even know why he feels that they're entitled to comment, but I'll be honest with you. If you ask me why I haven't said a public comment, I don't know what's going on like that. You get what I mean? First, my disposition, I was born in Spanish Town, Jamaica, and when y'all told me all that Middle East shit, I've always said that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got no horse in the race. I'm just for right and wrong, and I know it's a huge issue, but I don't want to sound ignorant on it, all right? Yo, it's Kels. Thank you for the 20. He says, yo, Ak, you got to talk about the leaked messages of Bruce drop him off, sneak this in, his homies, and Lil Yachty. Really? There's leaked messages? Hey, it's Kels. Could you send me some more on that? Me and Bruce was actually texting today. Salute to Bruce, by the way. Bruce is someone who he watches the content somehow. I think probably through YouTube, this and third. I'm very proud of him for all his success. If you don't know who Bruce Drop Him Off is, he's one of the really successful streamers. One of the first big black streamers, though, that went to Kick, got a big-ass bag. Niggas was saying he got signed for maybe upwards of $20 million. I salute to that man. All right? Cool. Let me see who else. Let me see. All right, cool. Damn. The fan bus. The fan bus sent me $200 twice. Really? Okay, so they sent $400. All right, thank you. They said, bless up, Ak. Gaza, we said. Ain't the fan bus the joint where they be having that little retarded kid fuck the bad bitches? They got like some retarded alien nigga, and he fucking the bad bitches in the back of the bus. Ain't that's what it is? Now, I'm only mentioning that because the fan bus, based on y'all comment to me, it said, bless up, Ak. Gaza, we said. It sound like you're Jamaican, but I thought the fan bus was owned by a woman who is white. I don't know if I'm like mistaken here. Okay, okay. I'll move on for now. I'm pretty sure you'll respond. Bozo, again, this is the commentary. His name is Bozo. Thank you for the 5. He says, yo, also, Act, did you see Blueface on Neon stream? They had 140K live viewers. Really? I see why Blueface stopped rapping. Because he can't get 140,000 people to click on his music on Spotify. But will they click on some bullshit that have to do with him and either reality TV, him and his girl, or watch him on a stream, kind of just be entertaining? Yeah, they will. So it is what it is. And by the way, Cult of Masculinity, thank you for the 5. He said, Ak, when is Lil Pump on Off the Record dropping? It's been 3 years since you said it. I think you asked this before. I'm waiting on Pump, honestly. I'm waiting on Pump. A lot of times I tentatively schedule stuff with these guys. Me and Trippy, I feel like we've had conversation for like years about doing some shit, but it was always about the right time. Like, these guys, they're always trying to put it around their album when they feel good. It's a lot going on. So, Pump or even Trippy, I'm waiting on them, honestly. All right. He said also when the KSI pod is happening, when he returns to the United States. Okay. By the way, Princess Diamond, I see in the chat on YouTube. Bardash, I see you. Is that Tiana Trump? That's not the real Tiana Trump, is it? Oh my God. Yo, YouTube be jumping. Okay. Somebody said, what? All right, man. I'm just trying to get through some shit. All right, bet. If that's, I think that's all the donations. I'm gonna probably just get into the first topic, and obviously, this is an ongoing conversation about everything. By the way, I saw some people give me some feedback. Some people felt like I went too hard on Mariah the Scientist. I think not. I think not. You know what I mean? I keep telling y'all when it comes to the media game, and I actually know I'm gonna start the stream. When it comes to this media game, man, I think a lot of y'all look at me, and because you like me, and because you watch me, and because you look at me and how like we've been grinding this shit for, it's like 14 years. You get what I mean? It's like 13, 14 years of me grinding, doing all this type of shit. I understand why you think that, like you might think I'm like just the biggest out of everybody or just the biggest person in the world, but oftentimes we're disregarded. Oftentimes we're disrespected. And, you know, at this point in my career, I don't care when they disregard me. Like, for example, did y'all see the BET nominees for Best Hip Hop Platforms? With all due respect, you know what I mean? I'm only giving it this attention just because, you know, I want to be fluid in everything I'm saying. But the award show happened, and they gave away the award for Best Hip Hop Platform. Look, the nominees was all hip hop: Drink Champs, Hip Hop DX, $1 Million Worth of Game, Rap Caviar, Breakfast Club, Joe Budden, and Double XL. We don't have a really good relationship with BT. That's the reality of it. We've slandered them. I get it. But we don't get nominated, right? I don't get nominated. And, you know, I've given up on trying to even be included into this type of shit. I've said when people don't include you because you're the new, or because you're so progressive, you're building new ground, you have to build your own acknowledgments. So obviously, I think we told you guys, me, Adam, Vlad TV, Say Cheese, we're gonna be doing our own award show. We don't got time for this type of shit. However, to react to what the BET Hip Hop Awards did, they gave the Best Hip Hop Platform to Carisha. Now, come the fuck on. Like, with all due respect, my nigga, I get it that Diddy's dropping dick in her stomach, but come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, again, and I even seen Nori says something. He was like, nobody gonna say something. Yo, Nori, this is why you should realize, like, this award really don't mean nothing. Because people have just so been accustomed to them not getting it right that nobody's over here getting mad at when they get it wrong no more. I'm sorry. Let me take myself out of it. Number one, first and foremost, I'm going to toot my own horn. And I'm sorry I got to do this, but y'all do know the name. It's Big Act, not the little one. Okay? All hip-hop can't fuck with me in terms of hip-hop. Drink Champs, they're a dope podcast. But we talk about hip-hop platform. They drop once a week. I cover hip-hop every fucking day. Hip-Hop DX, half of their articles source me. $1 Million Worth of Game, I love those guys, Gillie and Wild. Those are my guys. Great podcast. Maybe the top podcast in the game. But we're talking about platform. I said I'm doing this every day. Rap Caviar, with all due respect to Elliot Wilson and also B-Dot, is this a conversation? The Breakfast Club. Half of the shit from the Breakfast Club originate on my page. Originate from what I'm doing in the culture. But we still not respected and we not acknowledged. Joe Budden podcast. Joe might have just like $1 Million Worth of Game. I think if it was a podcast battle, they would be neck and neck. They would be neck and neck. But hip hop platform, we cover the good, bad, and the ugly. We cover the biggest artists and sometimes the next upcoming artists. We are the pulse of the culture. If you're going to say a award that is considered hip-hop platform, well, how do you not put Vlad on there? Vlad damn near, through his journalism, what journalism is so real scarce in this, you know, this new era of hip-hop media, bro, he just solved Tupac's murder. Imagine solving Tupac's murder and not getting nominated. You know what Carisha's talking about on her show? Are you getting peed on? Because you fit 12 inches of cock down your throat? How do you do it when you're acting bad, but you're horny? Like, that's the bullshit she's asking, and not a knock to her. And by the short, I'm not trying to get back into it with you, because you know you can't handle me. You called Diddy on me last time, and I'll ignore his ass again. Diddy called me again, I'm forwarding his ass right to Las Vegas police. Let him talk to them. Diddy, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm playing. That's a joke. That's a joke, Diddy. That's a joke. 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 Diddy, that's a joke. Oh my God. Getting carried away, man. I could fuck with some of y'all. Diddy, I want no fucking sauce of that nigga, man. I want no sauce of that guy. Yo, Diddy, that's a joke. That's a joke, Diddy. Damn. Yo, chat. Yo, do you think the culture's scared of Diddy? I think we all are scared of Diddy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't really like scared of Diddy, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, you don't want Diddy as your enemy. You know, I watched this shit today. Watch this shit with me, chat. It's actually my op. Actually, she not no op. I don't want her to even think that we beefing or nothing like that, because this person needs Jesus. This person needs Jesus. Oh, is it this one? Chat, y'all seen this? I'm sorry. This is from Tasha K's page, so. But listen to this, chat. I watched this today and I was spooked out. That's why I'm apologizing to Diddy. Diddy, you got it, Crody. I love you.
I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim's dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. I was thinking to myself,
I want no smoke with Diddy. I don't know what these people are talking about. By the way, this chick might be tweaking. Diddy don't do a goddamn thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll get into a little bit more Diddy things. However, yeah, let me get off of this page. This page is like bad luck. All right, cool. So, the hip hop, nominees, to me, is just whack, bro. I'm just sorry, but it's only so long you could complain before you got to be proactive. I hate people who complain with no solutions. So, when Nori asked the question, no one is gonna talk about this. yes, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to make a change. Let me just be honest with y'all. BET, their hip-hop award show does not get 1 million people tuning in. They get a few 100,000s, and they don't even have 500,000 people tuning into this shit every year. It's a lowly watch award show. In the era of streaming and other digital media or platforms, or just streaming at all, you get to realize how, antiquated some of these platforms are. And again, if they're using you for the sauce, why the hell do you need to be recognized by them? If anything, it should be the other way around. So, I'm not mad about this, but I see what Nori was talking about. I think she only got this award because she with Diddy. I'm sorry. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, let's keep it going. First and foremost, where's my list? While I'm around that area, and I'm going to get to the Drake and Joe Budden, just calm down with me. Give me some patience. I'm warming up. Unfortunately, my man DJ Envy, he's still under hot water, okay? A man came out recently who called himself Envy's business partner, and this individual came out with some really big accusations about DJ Envy. If you guys don't know, DJ Envy is a DJ who's on The Breakfast Club. Him being on The Breakfast Club allows him to have a syndicated platform where his voice is amplified to multiple cities, multiple regions via the iHeartRadio platform, okay? Obviously, it's radio, which means it's just federally regulated airwaves, but still, The Breakfast Club is just a huge deal. Legendary, show. And what has happened is that DJ Envy has promoted some of the people he works with. Like, for example, he worked with this guy named Caesar Pina, and that guy is a real estate guy who was supposed to be a real estate mogul. Now, DJ Envy promoted this guy and gave him a platform. Come to find out, the nigga's a whole fraud, all right? And as the story goes, there's up to $15 million that he defrauded from investors, and people are mad at that guy. But people are mad at Envy too. They're saying, Envy, even if you didn't bust down the $50 million that he scammed with him, if you ain't bust it down like half and half or whatever, if you got none of that money, you're still guilty and culpable of certain things. And I actually do agree. Like, I think, and I'm going to get into what Envy said today because Envy did actually address this. DJ Envy has to acknowledge that he willfully gave a platform to this guy, and his reputation that he put on the line is what has gotten certain people in hot water. I'm not saying he deserves to pay everybody back if he didn't benefit from it, but if he didn't promote this and advertise this, it wouldn't be $15 million that this guy was able to finesse. Anyway, one of DJ Envy's business partner came out and said this.
Yo, what's up, guys? So a lot of people were asking me, what the fuck is going on with all this shit with me and Envy, right? So I was speaking to seminars since December of 2018, the real estate seminars that they had, right? I'm speaking, letting everybody know what's going on with the credit, giving education and things like that, thinking like it's a legit platform, thinking that everything is cool, right? Boom. So one day, Caesar invites me to his office and says, hey, bro, how many clients do you have? I let him know how many clients I have. He's like, damn, so that many clients times X amount a month. He's like, damn, bro, your business is doing pretty good. I'm like, yeah, bro, we've been putting in work. You guys, I've been speaking on stage. We've been in business, 10 years, 11 years, whatever the case is. Only charging people if we get items deleted. And then a week later, his assistant, Benz, approaches me and says, hey, Envy wants to be an owner of your business. And I'm like, well, what does that even mean? And I'm like, oh shit, like DJ Envy wants to be a part of my business. DJ Envy wants to partner with me. I'm like, what does that look like? He's like, well, he doesn't want to pay anything, but he wants to come into your business as a 25% owner and pretty much continue helping you you know, with your business. I'm like, okay, well, what does that look like? He's like, well, we're going to promote you here. We're going to do this, put you on the Breakfast Club, which come to find out, that shit is payola on his end, because I was paying him to, not realizing it, to be on the radio, right? And he's like, oh, we're going to blow your business up. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to fucking take your business to the next level. Meanwhile, I'm already growing, you know, whatever the case is. As soon as we signed the contract, September 2020, this motherfucker acting like he can't fucking promote me, right? I'm like, bro, I thought it was a part of the deal for you to promote me, for you to do this. One post here or there, one post here or there, one post here or there, post here, post there. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, what's going on, man? Like, I thought you were supposed to, you know, let people know that we're in business with this. And he's like, I don't got to do that shit. I thought I don't think you remember the agreement we had. I don't care about your company. And I'm like, yeah, bro, but you're promoting Caesar. You're promoting the weed business. You're doing this, you're doing that. And you know Caesar isn't, you know, doing this. Because that's when I also found out that so that's when Caesar scammed me. I invested with him May of 2022. August of 2022, I realized and found out that he got me for the 150. So then I'm like, well, how come you're promoting Caesar more than me? You know he got me, and you still not promoting me. And that's when me and him got in a fucking argument. That's when he made that fucking audio clip that he made EYL, that he made Matt, that he made fucking me. Man, fuck that bitch, yo. You ain't make shit.
Whoa.
Motherfucker gonna sit here and say he made EYL. He gonna sit here and take credit for EYL. He gonna sit here and say that he made Matt the mortgage guy. He gonna sit here and say he got credit and made the credit dude. Motherfucker, you can't even make your wife come. And you're gonna fucking sit here and tell me that you made the credit dude. Man, fuck you, all right? This dude gonna block my calls, gonna sue me because I exposed him with the fucking thing. That's the shit I'm on right now, MD. Fuck you. You're gonna sit here and sue me, and you're gonna sit here and hide behind the phone? What's up, bro? You wanna go to court? You wanna fucking sue me? I can't wait for the day that people fucking realize the piece of shit that you fucking are, bro. Because the minute we made that agreement, you made me hire your fucking assistant. You made me hire your fucking assistant, and I was fucking paying her mad bread. She wouldn't have bought that fucking house if it wasn't for me. Because your ass didn't even fucking have her on payroll, because your bitch ass didn't even got a real fucking company. You feel me? You feel me? With your fake ass fucking DJ auto, your fake ass car show, whatever the fuck you doing with that whack ass car show, right? So then as soon as I fire her for not doing shit, you get fucking mad, and you clearly even fucking told me you were upset, right? So since everybody wants to hide and nobody wants to fucking talk about what the fuck is really going on, I fucking made you an owner. Listen, you said you made the credit dude. Motherfucker, don't forget, I made you a fucking owner in my business, right? And you want to sit here and tell people, oh, credit dude crazy. Credit dude got this. Credit dude got that. I'm owning this business. Motherfucker, you telling people behind closed doors you're a part of my business, motherfucker? You wish you can be got credit, motherfucker. You wish you can be got credit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. God credit was here before you, motherfucker. You ain't make me. You ain't make me.
Okay. I'm gonna cut this off real quick, and I'm gonna just say this simply. Envy, I like you. Clearly, you do know I like you. But this is proof that you're involved in too much scammy situations. I'm gonna be honest with you. This nigga look like a scammer. All of these niggas look like scammers. I'm sorry to say. Let me tell you this. I don't care if you fix credit. Let me tell you this. If you niggas really knew how to invest and make money on your own, you wouldn't need to get on another nigga's platform to farm a bunch of people to teach them. Y'all business isn't doing what you're saying you're doing. Your whole business really is to get people to sell them courses and sell them a tutorial on how to possibly do it. So all y'all to me scammers. I'm sorry. And here's the thing, Envy, your name is just being brought up in the scammer realm too much, my nigga. Okay? I'm sorry to say. It's too much. Envy, I know you making a killing from DJing. You making a killing from the Breakfast Club. Brother, why is your name being mentioned with so many scammers, dog? Why? You got to stop associating them. I'm telling you, Envy, you can't promote no more products for the next 40 years. If we see you on here saying, this is your new man's that's doing this, and he could help people, I don't know, whatever, like, yo, get they IRA and, man, scam, bruh. Envy, you are banned completely. Matter of fact, I think the whole Breakfast Club is banned completely. We don't want to hear no financial literacy niggas come on Breakfast Club no more. That's facts. If we hear one nigga come on the Breakfast Club talking about he gonna explain what's going on, we know y'all are willfully scamming us. Because this is the loosest and I've never seen a show that's been primarily responsible for putting a nigga on, and he's accused of, in the culture, of stealing $15 million, and nobody wants to talk about it. It's kind of like... So anyway, DJ Envy actually did talk about it, but I don't even know who this guy is. As I said, bro, I don't even know you, bro. But again, all of y'all sound like y'all doing the scammer shit, bro. I'm sorry. I don't fuck with scammers like that. Real talk. I don't fuck with none of y'all. Period. Anyway, DJ Envy tried to address the people today, and this is what he said.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. There's been a lot going on, Charlamagne.
Like what?
Yo, chat, let's be honest. Why is the Breakfast Club having financial gurus on their show? Like, on some real shit, though. Why the fuck are y'all having financial gurus on y'all show when y'all know the people who listen to y'all barely have disposable income, bro? Like, on some real shit, we gotta really start talking. Like, let's really start... Why y'all got financial gurus on y'all show? It's not like y'all got a bunch of investors. Bro, y'all trying to take advantage of the motherfucker who's living paycheck to paycheck, who might have a little $1,000 saved up, but he's hoping that $1,000, if he do invest it, is going to actually help him. And then he's listening to his favorite motherfucking entertainers tell him, hey, you got to invest with Caesar Pina. And now these niggas is suing. And then Envy's like, I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm not blaming Envy at all. But what I'm saying is that the accountability on Envy and or the Breakfast Club is that y'all platformed this. We would have never known this loser if it was not for y'all. And I'm not saying Envy scammed nobody, but you platformed it. And you do have to take accountability. Because if right now I platform a nigga who finessed the shit out of all my audience, I can't be like, I didn't know you was going to do that. I just gave him the platform. Like, come on, you can't just do that type of shit. Like, let's just be honest. Again, I'm hoping, I don't think Envy's a scummy dude. I think Envy's a stand-up dude. I think Envy's a hard worker. I think Envy would not go around trying to get, like, obviously, he probably looked at this as an endorsement deal. Cool, cool, cool. You probably did nothing wrong. You didn't finesse nobody. You don't got nobody's money. But you do have to take accountability that when people put their faith in you, they loved you. They listened to you for 20 to 30 years on the radio. If you tell them A, they're going to believe it because you have built up trust. That equity is worth a lot. And when you send them down a path and they lose $15 million, while you might not be liable for taking the $15 million, you do have to take accountability. You should have never platformed them. You should have been more cautious. And you should have did your due diligence to make sure that your supporters who were being funneled to this guy were being taken care of. And if you didn't do that, I think you're irresponsible. I'm sorry. Now, this is what he said in regards to the allegations, and then we'll get on some other shit.
Don't say like what, man. There's been a million and one accusations.
Oh my God, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you for saying that. You say Gillie and Wallo are promoting scammers too? Hey, bro, I'm not the nigga who only speaks on one thing. I speak on everybody. Like, I don't come on here on some personal shit. If Gillie and Wallo promote a scammer that scam people for $10 million, I would hope Gillie and Wallo would come on their program, their podcast, and take accountability for allowing and promoting a scammer to their audience. And I would hope they would be sincere enough to say, hey, listen, I really didn't know that they were going to do this. I apologize. And if anything, if I could leverage my audience, if I could leverage my brand now and my voice, because here's the thing. When one person is scammed, right, like one of these people scammed by the Caesar Pina nigga, they don't have a microphone as big as the... Yo, here's the thing. You know how many of these people have hit me up trying to get on my platform, trying to get their voice amplified about this Caesar nigga? They shouldn't be calling me up. They should be calling the Breakfast Club. Ain't the Breakfast Club the niggas who gave y'all who basically amplified that nigga's voice to y'all that y'all invested? That's what I'm saying. I think, just me personally, Envy should be amplifying their voice to make sure some shit could happen. Whether it's federal motherfucking charges, whether it's, you know, these lawsuits that are in civil court to force the issue that it gets settled. But The same way how y'all promoted this shit, y'all should be using the platforms to help the people. I'm sorry. I don't want them motherfuckers coming over here. Akademiks ain't Tony the Closer. Sue's Tony the Closer, by the way. But I ain't Tony the Closer. I'm not about to put your little sob story of how that nigga took your last $150,000 from you. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Okay? So I think the Breakfast Club, the same way how they promoted the scam, they should also promote helping to make whole the people that got scammed. This is if you love your audience, but that's just me. Okay? Here's what Envy said.
I'm being serious. So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up a little bit.
I think you should listen to your attorneys. Why don't light-skinned people like to listen? Like, if your attorney told you don't say nothing, why are you talking?
Listen, so Caesar and myself did seminars. Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community. I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home. I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth. So I did these seminars and brought industry professionals to all these seminars, whether it was real estate agents from different markets, contractors, conventional lenders, hard money lenders. I even brought auction.com to actually show people how to purchase houses online. That's what I wanted to do for my people. Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money.
Envy, this is your get out of jail free card. I believe you. I think you're a good guy. Amplify the voices of the people he scammed. Amplify their voice. Amplify their voice. You have the Breakfast Club. You could put these people on there to tell their stories. Their stories shouldn't be buried. You guys put this guy in a position that, and you were doing seminars with him. Amplify these people's voice.
Because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return. But for anybody to say I was involved, that's totally not true. I would never. I've been on this radio close to 30 years.
By the way, chat, thank you for the 100 subs. I'm definitely taking a shot at Henny just for y'all. Livia, get it.
Nobody accusing you of taking money. I just saw them say that they met Caesar because they heard you talking about Caesar.
Nah, they basically said I was privy to it, and that wasn't true. Not at all.
I from what I read in actual court papers, I didn't see that. They said that all these people are saying that they met Caesar because of you.
Right, and they're saying that
nobody accusing you of taking no money.
To the point where if you read the court documents, Caesar wrote an affidavit that says DJ Envy, Rashawn Casey, had no knowledge of me investing people's money.
I saw that too.
He wasn't there. He wasn't part of those conversations. He wasn't even nowhere in those meetings. And those are documents that's out there. So if we're going to talk about truth, let's talk about the truth. And those are the documents out there. And I know
you can't talk about the truth yet because your lawyers don't want you talking at all. So the smart thing to do is, I understand you want to say something to the listeners, and I'm sure the listeners appreciate it. But man, just wait until all the dust settles. And when all the dust settles, then we can get on this radio and have a real conversation. Until then, I don't think you should be saying any of this. But
by the way, I think Charlamagne's also telling the truth. Yeah, as much as, again, I still stand by what I say. Envy, if he's really innocent, he should be amplifying the voice of the victims because his voice is always going to be amplified, right? But also, I could imagine at this moment there is a lot of legalities going on. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's going to be some federal authorities that's going to look into this. This is fraud on a very huge level. If you scam $15 million, not from millionaires, not from like large companies, not from hedge funds, but from people who have worked their asses off and they're using their life saving or their rainy day money, but they believe in something so much, like you're robbing people for what they need to survive and what's for their kids and their kids' kids. Yeah, some heads got to roll, right? And again, I think that Caesar Pina nigga is fucked. But if Envy is really innocent, you know what I mean? He's getting some backlash. I get why he has a lawyer involved completely. And if he can't talk, he should just say, I can't talk right now, but shit, I do want to, whatever. I'll give him that grace. But, it's a fucked up situation. I'm going to tell y'all.
No, that's just me.
Ladder Rebel, thank you for the 2.
You can't even help yourself. What else you want to say now?
nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, he pretty much doesn't say anything else. Real quick, it's Kels. Thank you for the 50. He says, the thread of Bruce dissing Kai and Rage is on Twitter at Please Help Crady. Okay, I'll look that up as we speak. Also, real quick, let me see. Please help. Oh, Cardi. To the fan bus says, yo, nah, I'm Jamaican from Spanish Town. Ask Grant, we met at Fresh and Fit. That is it. Big up, my brother. Hey, Fanbus, could I ask you a question, honestly? And I don't, I'm on stream and we got like just thousands of people. What is your relationship with, her name is Alexa. I thought it was her that ran it. And there's like a few other women I thought this was an all woman ran thing. There's another woman, I think her name is Sophie, and another woman named Victoria. The reason why at first I was kind of shocked by this, I don't know if you know, those names sound familiar, but the reason why I was even hesitant to even read your message, and even when I feel conflicted, because one of my homies, because he's in the same situation with me, like AJ, chat, everybody know AJ, right? You know Slowbucks. He hits me all the time. He's like, yo, why do you play the fan bus content on here? It's owned by some of these people. Again, I know the Alexa girl, but I think the Victoria girl is like with her, and then there's another person named Sophie. So I've told my chat about this before. I'm being sued by Sophie. She said I called her a prostitute, and she's the OnlyFans model. And she said because I referred to her as a prostitute, she sued me and tried to stick me up for $300,000 right before Christmas. And I've paid $70,000 in attorney fees. So I don't know if that's your friend, and I do know the Alexa girl who's associated with that. That's her friend, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's left a really negative taste in my mouth about anything they're associated with me. Okay. Again, I've paid $70,000 in attorney fees for someone who is suing me for a frivolous lawsuit that they're absolutely gonna lose. But they said I called them a prostitute. And they said it's defamation. Come on, you get what I mean? So again, like, you know what I mean? I appreciate your donation, but you know what I mean? You donated like $400. The motherfucking sued me for $300,000. Okay, so I don't know if that's your peoples, but they represent like they're your peoples, and because they represent like they're your peoples. You know, if I have no problem talking with you, but I would love to understand how you relate to those people, because I'm gonna keep it a being with you. If you fuck with the people who sue me, I can't fuck with you. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? You can't have a whole sue me for a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Let me just move on. I ain't trying to. All right, chat. All right, let me just keep it going. We'll keep it going. If any of those names sound familiar to you, my brother, there's the Alexa girl, Alexa girl. She's cool with this girl named Victoria, and the person suing me, her name is Sophie. They're all in like a friend group. She's suing me because I was doing an interview on Twitch, and when I was asked, or when I was given information that she may have taken payment for sexual services, me asking, well, that sounds like da-da-da-da. She put that in the lawsuit. So I'm paying tens of thousands of dollars for lawyers to watch my Twitch streams and fucking write it out to the fucking court. It's not that fun, okay? Yeah. Anyway, let me just move on. Yeah, Chad, I'm still being sued. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. The next thing. What was I going to get into? Oh. So here's the thing. And I think I played this before, right? So let's get into this Gillie and Birdman thing. So here's the story. And I've been talking to some people from Philly. They're contextualizing the story. Everybody here watch $1 Million Worth of Game, one of the best podcasts out. Gillie, the kid, and Wallow, they are a great duo. All right. Now, this duo has really just redefined what just hip hop media is. And like, you know, I think they've re-brought the podcast game to the streets after Taxstone got arrested. However, if you don't remember who Gillie was associated with Lil Wayne, and also was associated with Cash Money. And because of those associations, people used to think that he wrote for Lil Wayne, this and third. His career never took off all the way. But regardless of that, people remembered that, situation, right? Now, Gillie has always spoke very highly of how he held shit down. But, when it came to the conversation about what happened with him in Cash Money, I don't know what his version of events was, but apparently he said the version of events that Birdman did not agree with. Now, this all revolves around one particular incident, and I got to bring in this other character. So there's a guy named Beanie Siegel. Everybody know Beanie Siegel, the Broad Street Bully. Beanie Siegel. This is him, okay? Beanie Siegel, who was running around pretty much, from what I heard, he had a gun on him at all times back when they were popping type shit, and he was bullying everybody. That's why it was called the Broad Street Bully. Now, according to what the rumor, or now the myth, has said, and I'm going to play both guys' side, Gillie brings Birdman and them to Philly. Now, imagine you bring me to your city, you tell me you're the big dog, whatever. I show up with you, and then when I show up with you, another nigga, which that would be Beanie, comes in and punks you in front of me. After I seen that, I look at you different. You told me this was your shit, and I just seen one man punk the shit out of you, right? That's the supposed myth, right? I'm going to have Birdman and Wack tell it, and then Gillie's going to respond to it. So here we go.
I ain't never made $1 off Gillie. Not $1. I never put a record out with Gillie. I thought that was fly. He had something with the little crew, and you hear me? But I ain't never made $1 off Gillie when he be running around with all that capping. Like, nigga, I ain't never made no money off you, nigga. Stop all that cap ass talking, nigga. You not like that. But I ain't never made no money off him at all. I ain't never put a record out off him that made no money. And he for sure ain't never wrote one rhyme for Moolah.
For the record. For the motherfucking record.
There it is. There it
100
is.
side exclusive.
Exclusive. 100 side.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all where it really went bad. Stunner pull up to Philly. He wanted to go get them motherfucking throwback jerseys and shit. They go to the mall. Stunner in the town. He in your city. He with you. My man walk in. It's my man name with the voice.
Siegel.
What's my man?
Siegel.
Benny Siegel walk in, lock his hands on Gillie's shoulder, and take one, and Stunner them looking for a reaction, and didn't get one. Stunner didn't say nothing. He went to his tour bus and saw niggas wasn't like that, and he continued his journey in life.
Hey, my reason for my fallout with Gillie was we was in Philly.
Here we go, Wag. Here we go. Clap.
Let it go.
I ain't got no ill feelings with Blood. I ain't got no ill feelings with him. I ain't tripping off him or nothing. I ain't got no ill feelings with him. But niggas be putting all these false, fake shit out. You hear me? I ain't got no ill feelings with him. We was in Philly at a store, and we was shopping. And Beanie come in the store, grabbed him, walked him outside, and he had a blicky on him. We all got blickies on us. I got 100 niggas with me. But the nigga grabbed him and brought him outside. And the nigga whoop whoop, and he ain't do nothing. I lost all respect for him, and then I stopped fucking with him.
100 side exclusive.
Exclusive.
Oh, shit, y'all.
There it go.
That's
There it go. Stunner, how many years ago, because I know this plaque you got in your house. And all.
I ain't never made $1 off
Okay,
Gillie.
so
Not $1.
essentially that's the story according to our Birdman. Now I'm gonna play you what Gillie said in return, and not gonna lie, Gillie was not holding back. This is what he said in return.
And he had a blick.
Man,
here we go.
That's all.
Oh my God, babe, I'm so tired.
My whole thing is why Birdman wait so long to say something, man? I can't even respond when you say something 25 years later. It's like, what are we talking about, man? You only responding because you don't hear the roar of the crowd no more. You want to know what's so crazy? Huh? I'm bigger than Baby. Ain't that crazy? I'm bigger than that right now. I generate more money than that right now. I don't want to hear that shit. It's counting me out. I'm bigger than you. Shut up. Nobody give a fuck about you, nigga. Shut up. I'm bigger than you.
Get back at it.
You counting me out, I'm bigger than you. You talking about? Counted it out. You talk about some shit 25 years later. I done called you a bitch ass for 25 years. 25 years later, you respond, sit your bitch ass down somewhere. I ain't wanna hear that shit. Shut up. I don't even disrespect because you don't even disrespect because I knew you. I see the way you treat a real niggas. Rest in peace, Killer Stone. You could never treat me like that though, because you already know. You know what type of I am.
I'm tired.
Isn't that? Talk about I ain't like that. Why it took you 25 years to say that? Took it 25 years to get some heart to say I ain't like that. I've been calling you a bitch ass for 25 years. You fucking coward. You treat real niggas. Hey, came in the game with you owed money to. You're a coward. Shut up, nigga. You on Clubhouse at 50 talking shit. Shut your ass up, boy. Nobody wanna hear that shit.
Hello? You still there?
Nobody care about you no more. You old news. Shut up. You old news. You old news. Don't nobody give a f about no Birdman.
It's not damage, it's just flowers.
You ain't heard that shit in 10 years. Can't even get no old. You can't get no shoes off your old hits. Nobody wanna hear that shit. These hoes after I shoes. Big we.
What up, Marcus? I see what?
Big bitch. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Yo, is Gillie drunk? I don't know if he should be driving.
Oh, man. Y'all niggas counting me out, man.
What are you doing when you go home?
Niggas counting me out. I'm still here.
I feel like eating.
I got an energy drink in stores. You can walk in stores right now. I got an energy drink. And by the way, this episode of Grinding Birdman Old Ass Up is brought to you by Pure Fuel. Now let me tell you something about Pure Fuel. It's the best energy drink on the market. It's plant-based, no added sugar, and guess what it tastes like? Spicy chicken from Popeyes. 2-piece and a biscuit. This the only drink where you drink it and you lick your finger. God damn, that was good.
Right,
so when you out and about at your local store, make sure you get you some Pure Fuel. The official drink of Grinding Birdman old goofy ass up. Get you some. What you want to eat, baby?
Okay, all right, okay, cool. Let me just say this first and foremost. You know, I have tremendous respect for actually both of these guys. Love Gillie. I talk to him frequently on the phone. Love Birdman. Birdman's someone who's, you know, as an elder, has actually embraced me. And I used to make jokes about Birdman. Y'all know this. I had my little Birdman Sandusky jokes going crazy. But, you know, he's seen me for the value of my platform and, you know, always encouraged me just to do more with it because he was telling me how much it matters. Now, let me just say a few things. And obviously, I'm not going to just play this middle ground the whole time. Gillie's smoking crack if he thinks he's making more money than Birdman. It ain't happening. I'm sorry. He ain't making more money than Birdman. If you add what he making, I'm making, Adam making, Drink Champs making, Breakfast Club making, Joe making, you ain't making more than Birdman. All right? The reality of it is this. Birdman is the Phil Jackson of music. When it comes to music and hip hop especially, this is a guy who's had several huge artists who have, quote unquote, won multiple rings. Okay? He's had the Michael Jordan and he's had pretty much the Kobe Bryant. Who would that be? Yeah, he's had Lil Wayne and he's had Drake. Again, the way how music works is that a lot of times you make music, you make the money from music later on, not in the moment. Like Sexy Red for this year, she's going to make that money next year. That's when those royalty checks and pub checks are really going to come in. So the reality of when Gillie's saying this, and, you know, I know he has an angle to, you know, kind of getting that Birdman because, you know, Gillie's lit right now. But let's not be delusional. Birdman owns the publishing of every artist that's ever, he owns some of the publishing. Some, not all. From what I heard, they never just raped people and took everybody's publishing. But he owns some publishing from the majority of artists that have been on Cash Money or Young Money, especially. What does that mean? You see motherfucking Irv Gotti talking about he sold his portion and his IP of whatever the artist had for $300 million. With all due respect, Murder Inc. is a blip on the radar compared to what Cash Money is. Cash Money is one of the most successful. Actually, you can't name another label that's more successful than Cash Money, especially that started out as independent and was owned by a black man. There is none. Think about it. QC was just sold for $300 million. Birdman's a 101. Bigger than Master P, bigger than QC's ever been. Cash Money is something that prints cash. He could never, ever rap again. And I promise you there'll be $10 to $15 million still rolling in every single year for Birdman. Just off of catalog alone. You know, when I did 2 interviews with Birdman that honestly haven't came out yet. When I did these interviews with Birdman, he invited me to his home. Well, actually, one of his homes. He owns several homes. He owns about like 4 or 5 homes in the Miami region. But I went to his home at, I don't think this is doxing him because everybody, actually, let me not even say the place. But he lives at a very infamous place in Miami. And if you listen to that whole interview he did, he has a plaque about the billions of records sold. With all due respect to Gillie, and I do love Gillie. If you think a nigga sold, if a nigga owns a label that sold billions of records, if you think you get more money than that nigga, even in today's age, you're wrong. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. The people who really make the most of the money that from music or whatever is the people who own catalog, own masters, own publishing, and Birdman been around for a long time. Now, let me just get beyond the Gillie saying that he's generating more revenue. Well, Birdman doesn't have to generate revenue because the artists he signed and helped put on, they generate revenue. And he owns part of their catalog. So already, whatever. Anyway, beyond that, do I think it was ill-timed of Birdman to respond to Gillie? I'm trying to think. I'm kind of torn on this because yes and no. Because I understand Birdman. He's like, yo, well, you know, I feel this nigga been capping. I want to set the truth straight. But also at this point, if you didn't say nothing before and Gillie isn't actively talking about you now, why dig this up when, you know, Gillie's spoken about this incident many times. His point of view was just different. His point of view, what happened was just completely different, right? So I could understand why Gillie's like, no, why are you bringing this shit up 25 years from now? It seems like you're trying to go viral. Seems like you're trying to garner attention from speaking about this. Because I've addressed this a million times, and I've said what I had to say, but now you're trying to make it a thing. So, again, to really sum this up, if I had to put a ribbon on it, Gillie ain't fucking with Birdman. None of us is when it comes to just making money, I believe, right? Secondly, if we're going beyond that and we're talking about the issues of why would Gillie need to like clear his name, this just goes back to some old school shit. You know, I mean, obviously Gillie's always been saying that he's good in Philly, this and third. I think this is ego. If Gillie's now seen as the guy who got punked by Beanie Siegel, it kind of takes a little bit of air out of what he got going on. And, yeah, I think that's why he's defending himself like that. So, this is what it is. Do I think Birdman's lying? No. But I think Birdman's point of view might be different from Gillie. Right? I think Gillie's point of view was like, nah, he ain't checked me or whatever the case is. Me and Beanie got a different type of relationship. Birdman don't really know nobody from the East Coast like that. He's riding in your city with you, and he sees that. He's like, oh, shit, you got checked. It is what it is. All right. P-Funk.